tuning in to the Planet Pert podcast. This is a always press record production.
Saying, the way that we need to improve black-owned businesses. First of all, there needs to be more black-owned businesses.
Facts.
But a recurring theme for me is that there's a lack of professionalism. I don't think enough of us are knowledgeable enough or what constitutes being a professional in whatever your lane is. Customer service, making sure that people are happy with their purchase, because in any business, what you want are repeat customers.
Yes.
And you want referrals.
Yes.
You know, if you don't get those two things, your business is going to go under.
Okay.
And we already have to deal with certain stigmas and stereotypes. So you kind of have to do a little bit extra, more than some other nationalities with their businesses would have to do to make sure that people understand that
But would you say other nationalities, their businesses, are they professional? Because they treat us like shit. We just don't understand what they're saying.
I would say that a lot of them, especially with a lot of the foreign people that come here,
okay,
it's not professional by American standards, because where they come from, it's like a marketplace. It's if you ever been to one of those smaller countries, when you walk through the marketplace, it's like 50 little booths lined up, and everybody's like screaming at you, trying to get your attention.
Okay.
Like if you ever go on a little, like when I went to Mexico this last year on my cruise, and the little guys are lined up, they're almost harassing you. They almost piss you off.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I mean? And then
that.
some of them get mad at you because you're not spending your money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I understand what you're saying. But it's the double standard. We know there's a double standard for us.
Of course.
Everything.
Yeah.
So, if, let's say you get a scholarship to Harvard, it's not enough to be smart and that you got the scholarship to Harvard. When you go to Harvard, you can't get a 3.9 or a 3.8. You have to get that 4.0.
Yeah.
You have to. You know what I mean? Because you're held to a totally different standard.
A higher standard,
and you have to work twice as hard and bend over backwards twice as far to get half of what a white person would get. You know what I mean? The benefit of the doubt, so to speak. Because when you walk into a corporate situation, there's already a stigma attached to you because of the color of your skin.
Yeah.
People are expecting you not to be able to perform.
And we believe a lot of the stereotypes.
Yeah, if you feed into it, then you become victim of
it. That we're lazy and we're never on time, or you know what I'm saying? We became lazy when we stopped working for free. That's what
I agree with that.
Big fact, man. I agree with that. Big fact. That's 100% legit. I think when it comes to black businesses, man, the customer service value isn't there, right?
Yes, so, it's not in my experiences.
Because we buy into labels, and then we become label whores. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I troll with the Jordan shit, and I troll with the Gucci and whatever people are into because they believe that brand is better than the other. Mm-hmm. What I think is a really just a tripped out situation, right? Nobody fuck with the Ewings in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Nobody rocked those.
A few people, but not like Jordans. I know what you're saying.
It never picked up like Jordan.
No.
Yeah.
They did their numbers.
No.
Pat did, he had some years.
But nobody bought them in the masses as they
not
did.
Back in the day. They're more into them now.
Yeah. And that fucking bothers me because I was like...
It's the nostalgia effect. Anything that reminds you of your youth, that reminds you of better times.
Yeah. And it is a lot.
Because
like Johnny had a pair.
Young kids are in the retro.
Yeah.
They're in the retro. They study the 90s and the 2000s. They study the fashion and things like that. You can see it.
So, I this is where I get off with that, right? Sharpstown, the same polo that I could have got for $80 at Sharpstown was like $40 at Katie Mills, $50 in Memorial City. Mm-hmm. Are they targeting us because they know we're like, I got $100 outfit on?
Of course they are.
Yes. You know the corporate world calls black people liquid gold, right?
Yeah, it's made to keep us broke.
Understand this. Black people make up 13% of the population.
Facts.
We account for 45% of the economic spending
Like
every year.
Like $1 billion, like something crazy.
Half.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
How do 13% of the population spend half the money?
And they purposely pay us less.
Yes.
Yes.
Because it keeps you caught in the cycle where you have to keep spending.
It's basically set up for us to never overachieve. We're supposed to underachieve forever.
Yes.
And what happens is you lower your goals.
So
you just happy to have some expensive clothes or a car that looks good. You're not worried about buying any property or being able to leave a legacy or anything behind for generations to come. We're living in the now.
So speaking of that, like my experiences with black-owned businesses, right? Like I remember going, and I always tell people these stories. So I remember going to what is the Grooves?
Yeah.
Radio free, all this money on promotions. Free before 11. We got there at 10:30. You know they made me wait in line with 15 people in front of me. Like this club was packed.
Yeah.
Until 11:01.
At 11:01, the line starts to move.
And they told me if I wanted to skip the line, I could pay $20 to skip the line. You know how much I paid to get in the club? $20. So you should have kept it real with me. Like, we're not going to let anybody in until after this time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
but what they want to do, they want to get y'all out there standing in line. So people that are passing by, like, what they got going on over there? Oh, it's jumping. Let's see if we can
to create an ambiance.
Yes.
Okay.
I worked at Drinks Houston. We did that all the time.
Bro, that hurt.
We would just hold the line up. It looked like it's 1 million people in the club. The club is empty. Everybody outside standing in line waiting to get in. That's why, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you think it's packed.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be packed once we let everybody in. But right now,
it used to go down in drinks too.
It did used to go down. But that was a ploy because people riding by 16 on a Friday night looking for something to do.
Right.
Yeah, they say, "Damn, look at all those people.
What's going on there?
Man, get off the freeway right now. Let's go check that out.
What's going on there? Okay. So
it's just promote a marketing ploy.
Okay.
It's just a marketing ploy.
I bring up that, and then when I get inside though, I spent like $30 on 2 drinks. And I'm going to take that back to 2 different places. So, Alley Cat, we went there. My wife's like, oh, I want to get a whiskey. They're like, Jack Daniels. She's like, no, I'll take what's under that. We end up getting double shots and a beer that he told me to buy him. I end up, the shit was $36. So, I put like $1 tip because I was like, y'all robbed the fuck out of me. And she's like, babe, I want another drink. You going to buy me another drink? And I was like, no. The reason why is because when I went to the white places, my Jack and Coke was fucking $4.50.
$5, yeah.
Some places that were high end was $8. Yeah. So you're gonna charge me more because you know that we'll spend more. Yeah. Because that's a default. You know, that's a default to us thinking that, oh, I went to the club and I popped 100 bottles.
Yeah, it's a status thing.
Yeah, like
the more money you blow, the cooler you are. The more, you know what I mean. So it's a prestige thing.
Why not?
Don't get the fucking don't get the Mazda, get the Mercedes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But why not make it as a black business owner, knowing what we come from and knowing that we probably check to check, why not make it more affordable for us? I think that's where the disconnect with me comes from. Like, we saw the Frank Lucas shit when he went to the TV shop and he's like, oh, I can own whatever. Like, that's great, right? Yeah. But don't get a TV shop and try to charge me $1,200 for a TV that the white man selling for $6. Yeah. Because I'd be a fucking idiot.
But you also
to buy that for $6. I mean for $12.
You also know that we're being charged a different rent for the same property.
Yes.
Okay.
That's true.
So the owner may charge a white dude, let's say $1,200, and charge us $1,800.
Okay.
So
you have to figure
we're
out.
We're already at a disadvantage right there. So then your product is going to be more expensive.
Cover those expenses. Yeah.
Okay. So it's set up for us not to make it.
Yeah. It is. It is.
Oh, so the alley-oop for that. Okay.
Because we're not going to spend with that. We're not going to go to this black dude who's charging me maybe $300 or $400 more than what this other business is for the same product.
Yeah, for the exact same thing.
We're gonna go to this other guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll get the warranty and all that for the same price this dude was just charging the product
Just
for.
flat rate, yeah.
So we like, oh, we winning.
Yeah.
But really, we killing that the small business.
Yeah, we are. But the small business has to figure out a way to compete.
No doubt.
But it's hard for a small business to be competitive
in a major city. In
a
a major city.
It's hard. It's hard for me to. Let's say I start a furniture company, and it's hard for me to charge what Mattress Mac is charging because Mattress Mac
3 stores in the same city.
Exactly, and he's established. He can afford to. He can afford to charge 40% less than what I charge because he's okay. He's okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my little business off the ground. Like you said, whoever I'm wholesaling from is probably price gouging me on top of that, and I'm just trying to figure out how I can keep my profit margin in a respectable area. Okay. So that I can continue. Yeah.
Make some earnings.
That's
you know?
it. Yeah.
I gotta feed my kids too.
Yeah, that's right. So you're right. It's hard. You have to figure out ways around it and how to get over the hump. To me, the key is when you own a business, whatever product it is you're selling, whoever your dealer is, you got to try to establish a good relationship with that person.
Okay.
You know what I mean? See, these white people have the plug.
Okay.
See, white people are already plugged in. They have these relationships. They play golf with these guys.
Yeah, see,
their kids are doing dance recitals together. That kind of shit. We're not in that world. So they looking at us totally. We're not friends. We're customers. You're looking at this guy. You're like, well, you know what? He's good. We go to the same church. He cool. I'm gonna give him a little 40% discount or something. Okay.
Okay.
Just to get him on his feet.
Just
right.
to get him on his feet.
Right.
And so that's not what.
As long as I see something.
Yes, we're not getting that same benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's harder for us.
All right. So let's switch the situation up. Right. So breakers.
Pool hall.
Guys coming in here with the strap, coming in here with the now.
I got drawn down on breakers before.
But we couldn't get through the door with a fucking butterfly knife.
Butterfly knife,
right?
Yeah.
But guys coming in here, and our safety as your employees didn't matter. Remember, somebody got banged in the back of the head. That was the last time I ever went up there.
Yeah.
You know, Trey had situations fucking with that.
Yeah.
We had I'm in the parking lot one day, and literally people started shooting diagonal from me to where I had to duck the fuck down and get the fuck out of the way or wind up a victim. And I'm just out there having a good conversation. Matter of fact, I think we were doing music for music with the Chapel Hill guy.
Okay.
That was that night. And I literally had to duck this. I want to be safe when I go to black events, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to come up in here and your homeboy came through and you let him come in here with the ooh-op. Like, to me, like, that's... You have to put public safety above the homeboy status. Yeah. Because you could be my guy. I'm like, man, D-Lane, no strap in. You know what I'm saying? We got security, bro. If you have a problem, like, hit me.
Bro, I could tell you, and Debo can attest to this. I can't tell you how many times I've been DM'd when I was working at Yakim's.
Facts.
Say, big homie, man, how much you gonna charge me to get the strap in
man.
from me? Man, I give you $300.
See,
I give you $200.
Just imagine this though, as a consumer,
and that's what happens. That's what happens.
Just imagine as a consumer to your business customer. It's a bad bitch. I don't know if she here with you because I done had too many. I wasn't paying attention to the atmosphere, and you know, I'm lost in the sauce. I'm just dancing, having a good time, and somebody comes and hits you in the back of the head with the iron, and that's the last night you.
That's the last night, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And it's crazy.
Because we don't. We don't put public safety above the homeboy status. So you have to. I think some of the problems with black businesses is you have to separate the homeboy status from dog. I want to be open next week.
We trying to keep our stripes.
Yeah.
But what do those mean? How much money does that earn you?
It doesn't earn you nothing, but it earns you somewhat credibility with your peers. But what does that mean? I mean that doesn't mean anything, because at the end of the day, they gonna respect you more if you're able to put them in a position to provide for their family.
Yeah. Well, understand this: the way that they handle anything that we have going on. Think about this: any club that we went to coming up, it was a black club most of the time.
Yeah.
You leave Metropolis, what are the police doing out there? They're shooting, they're clearing the parking lot. Ain't no hanging out.
Right.
You can't get a number, you can't do none of that. You got to move around.
Facts.
You leave the Surf Shack, that's not going on.
No.
You can hang out there you can hang out there for another 2 hours. It's all, you know what I mean? It's just a different level of.
Okay, but what does that contest to? Because these people know that if
they don't have to worry
if
about.
I died,
about
if I died, or you died, or
or
he died in that parking lot, that family's coming after you because you didn't take care of business. Mm-hmm. So now this business is shut down, closed, and families are affected.
Yes.
So where do we draw the line of, like, the hood barbershop, right? The 90s hood barbershop going, you could find weed, you could find wet, you could find pills, you could find bootleg movies, you could find your baby mama's mama probably sucking dick in the back, right?
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
Yeah.
Not at all.
You're right.
So it was ran so unorganized. Reason why I cut my own hair is because I don't like to be in those situations.
You want to be relaxed.
I do the C's and I do my fucked up edge up that I do every time, and I'm like, God damn, I fucked it up. But I'd rather fuck up my own edge up than risk my life going with the bullshit, right?
Yeah,
and I've been in some black barbershops that don't tolerate the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know?
You have
like
some that they
very,
won't even let you curse in there.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember me trying to get a job, I had the tats in the face. It's like, nah, man, it's not. You represent the company. It's not.
It's a family atmosphere here.
Yeah. And you're disrespecting the brand.
Yeah.
You know,
And people bring
what the
their
fuck you
kids
mean?
there.
Like, I'm a good. Like, yeah, we know you're a good guy, but these
They
people
don't know.
They don't.
They all they see is a dude with this tattoo in his face.
So, I feel like to increase black businesses, man, we need to look out for our own kind, look out for everyone, because if you don't have white people, we're 13%, right?
Yeah, you need their money.
And you need the Latino customers.
You need their money now. You need them to spend
all
money.
Money's good money.
It's all green.
Yeah. It doesn't change colors overnight.
No.
You have to put your business before your friendships.
Yeah.
And if they're really your friends, they'll understand that this shit is a business.
Because after Breakers on Belfort, Braeswood and Fondren, it was downtown, I believe. And I remember
it was over there by George R. Brown.
And we went there with Callio, and he was like, my man's, and we had to put the hammer in big ass shoes.
In the shoe,
and sneak the hammer. I don't want to have to sneak the hammer in. If I have to sneak the hammer, or somebody sneaking the hammer into the club, that's why I'm like, I don't fuck with Yakim's. Like, I've been there and had a great time. Yeah. But then it's like, I know somebody's going to be like, you know what? The 500? Yeah. And we always want to be the hardest nigga, not the smartest nigga. And I always preach that shit.
Yeah.
Like, my survival on the streets had nothing to do with how hard I was. Because I would do whatever I had to do.
Yeah.
But I really didn't want to do it, and if I did,
that don't have nothing to do with being hard. That's just trying to survive, dude. That's just handling up when it's time to handle up. But you always trying to avoid those situations.
As fathers, as an uncle, new gen. How comfortable would you be?
I would not be comfortable at all
with your nephew out there.
I wouldn't.
In those environments,
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do everything I can to steer him away from that.
True.
But they're gonna be out there.
Because you can't be there 24/7, and they're gonna be exposed to things in the world that you
just gotta prepare them for the bullshit.
You just
have
to
know how to bob and weave that shit.
Exactly.
So as fathers and parents and uncles, because my uncles raised us for the most part. Like, fathers wasn't really there, so we can contest to that, right?
We know what that means.
That isn't that to us, man. Like, who's gonna be my uncle in this club? Who's gonna be my wicked cricket? Who's gonna tell me, Pert? No, he high on water. Don't
let him make it. It ain't worth it.
And my conscience is like, man, it's me or you, because that's the way of the streets, right? It's like, if I don't get you, you're gonna get me. So I need to, like, who's gonna be that person to slap us back into reality? So as business owners, you know, like I said, when I speak of the different places that I've been and I experienced these things, man, this isn't just me ranting on.
No, that's true.
Because you come across, right?
It's two kind of cats that you're going to meet in this world. Dudes that are going to try to tell you what's right and try to teach you how to quell a situation to keep it from going bad, and then you're gonna have the other motherfuckers like Tupac on Above the Rim that gonna crash you. Handle your motherfucking business.
Knowing that shit was not gonna
The Shy, y'all watch The Shy,
and he crashed the shit out of Woodhead.
Yeah, same thing. You watch The Shy, you got the nigga on there teaching the little young niggas like, nigga, you gotta go. See, that takes me back to what I was talking about when you have 3 positive outlooks, right?
Yeah.
And then you have 7 negatives.
7 negative ones.
10 out of 10.
It's harder to get to them 3.
But 10 out of 10, you're gonna get 3 out of that 10 because 7 are gonna run with that negativity because you feel those are your ghetto heroes. Those are the positive outlooks that you have to look to.
When you grew up, that's who you seen that they look successful. That was the niggas that
one problem I do have, and I'll play devil's advocate, is don't expect every black business to show you love.
Yeah.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, we need to expect them not to show us.
Okay.
Love.
Yeah.
Come in there with that mentality and be
like
surprised when they say, you know what, I'm gonna give you 10% off for this.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because you come in here often.
Yes.
That's what the mentality we have to come with.
You need to come in there about your business the same way if you walked into a white establishment.
Because if he told you you're not getting 10%,
that's what's wrong with brothers and sisters right now. Everybody wants some kind of fucking freebie or discount or homeboy love and all. Man, fuck that.
And sometimes
if you got to
pay like you weigh.
Yeah.
Pay like you weigh. Right. So if you came to me one time and you asked me for a discount, I'm like, nah, I'm not fucking with you. But if I saw you 10 times and you asked me for that same discount, what he's talking about, you're like, you know what, brother, I know you shop with me a lot, man. I got you. Tell your friends, come in, mention you. I'm gonna give them. So you built the relationship. So you built the bond of trust. So we need to not always look for an initial handout, right? Because if you came to buy weed from me for the first time, nigga gonna be like, man, I ain't no deals.
Ain't no deals. No.
But as I get to know you as a human being, as a person, I'm like, man, you know what, man, my kids, and I'm like, oh shit, that's your shawty right there, like, you know, I think
we've built a rapport.
Yes, and we are sensitive to a lot of those things, man. Like whether people believe that or not, like as fathers and as leaders, I think we are, because if I'm like, damn, this man, he brought his kid around me. Like, hey man, meet me at my mom's crib and you know, pick up the double up. I'm like, damn, I know his mom. Like this guy fuck with me. And not to be distrusted with that.
Like exactly.
Yeah,
that's
like,
big. That's huge, man.
Like
because in that game, you can trust. There's few people you can trust, if anyone.
True.
And so when somebody lets you into their world on that level, where you kind of anytime somebody have you around their family in that game, that's huge, man. And you have to try to do the honorable thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to try to be honorable.
So
and it's hard. And in that game, it's, you know what they say, it ain't no honor amongst thieves.
No, it isn't.
But at the same time,
there's an honor amongst men, though.
But there's an honor amongst men.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, and you know, I was talking to my neighbor, man, about y'all, and he was just like, "Oh, what about your friends? If your friends, when I told him I changed my life, he said, did they try to drag you back or did they try? I said, no. I said my friends are not like that. No. I was like, when I stopped smoking, niggas didn't be like, man, he just on my birthday, like, bro, it's your birthday, like, and try to. I'm like, bro, no, I'm good. And I was like, after that, it's like, nah, come on, nigga, like, you used to. No, like, you won't antagonize me and try to influence me to do something that I don't want to do.
That's right.
And if you told me, like, man, you know what, man, I ain't selling this no more. I'm about to get a job. I'm like, bro, that's hey, man, I'm trying to get like you. Yeah. Like, I was like, my friends always, we big each other up.
Yeah. Whatever you got going on, we supportive, man.
Bro, you want to go back to college, like whatever, like we're gonna be the ones in your corner, like, man, I don't want to do this no more. Like, nigga, you almost done. How many credits you got? Bro, you about to get the degree. Yeah, like and I was like, man, my friends are so special, and I was like, I don't know if I just picked them right, or it was just fate that because I seen other circles crumble, and we lost people along the way, but we lost people that wasn't in art.
They wasn't the core.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean?
Because you would know that, like, nigga, man, bitch just kicked me out, bro. I gotta sleep on your couch, man. Come on, man, I ain't even tripping, man. Yeah, wife go trip, but I'm gonna deal with that. You know what I mean? We'll get to that because it's things that we done to where we put our own life above our own.
We put our
we put no. I'm sorry.
We put each other above
our own life. Yeah. So
we have.
And motherfuckers don't understand that, but to me, emotionally, like that draws so much love into me to where if you try to go against that, I could be madly in love with you. Yeah. And I would start to hate you because you didn't understand.
You're not finna drive that wedge.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So I think going back to black business, I think incorporating
a sense of family
structure is what I was trying to incorporating that into it and looking at everybody the same way. Yeah. Because I worked in white department stores and we had a code 6 that mean black people was coming to my department and I had to...
You had to be the token blackie.
And I didn't look. I didn't watch because I was like, damn, that looks like my mother and my sister and my auntie. Yeah. Great black women that wouldn't steal. Yeah. It wasn't Shaquisha, Boniqua no. This was like... And I was like, is this what they think of us? Yep. Yes. In the white business.
Code 6.
So when I get treated,
respect our dollar,
and I get treated like that in the black business, I'm like, wait.
Hey man, I can tell you by the time that me and Omi was in Saks Fifth.
That bothers me.
Oh, we was either Saks Fifth or Neiman Marcus.
That's because you was with Omi though.
But listen. They following me around.
I have no rebuttal. Go ahead.
They following me around, right?
If they knew on me, they would have been following him around.
Man, they following me. He robbing their ass blind.
Yes.
He done took a pair of display products, took his shoes off. Shout out to me. He done took the display products and put them on his feet and put his old shoes back on the display
out the store.
and walked out the store. So, and they watching me, asking me if I need any help. I'm looking like, huh?
Great story. Palace Raw, whatever the fuck y'all call yourself. I'm calling y'all out right now. I was working there. That was when they did the Code 6 with the black people. I work in the shoe department. More white people stole it out of this store than anybody. Yes. So the Code 6 shit, because we had a racist ass fucking bitch that's working in the front office as the manager, she was fucking up. 2 days I wasn't at work, bro. White man came in there and said, hey man, y'all got Tommy Hilfiger? She's like, yeah, they're way back over there. Man grabbed a whole rack of shirts, ran out the door. Wow. And because white people don't look alike like black people, right? That man, I'm just talking. I'm just talking. Don't judge me. Yeah. I'm just talking. Because this is what they have to be thinking.
Speak your truth.
A week fucking later, the same fucking white guy parks in front of the fucking store, comes in there, grabs the fucking jeans, take like 20 pair of jeans off the fucking front rack display, runs out the same door.
Wow.
Facts.
Wow.
But they Code 6 me about my auntie, my mother, and my sister coming into the store thinking that they're gonna steal. And these black women came in there, business attire,
with money.
And bought everything.
Spent a whole bunch of money there.
And bought everything. So
crazy.
We it's so fucked up because we get treated bad on both sides of that spectrum, right?
Yeah.
So they don't care about our money. They don't,
because it's not enough of us. But
we're the spenders though.
No, they don't.
I've seen white people try on 9 suits and didn't buy one.
They don't care about us.
Nah, I don't like that. Oh, they ain't fit my hips. Bitch, ain't got no hips.
They don't care about us. They care about the money, because that's how we brought them to their knees during the civil rights movement.
Okay.
Because when Martin Luther King galvanized everybody and say, okay, you know what? We're not gonna work your service jobs anymore. We're not riding your buses.
Okay.
We'll just leave home early and walk. whatever we have to do, and whatever we have to do, it fucked up the economy.
Okay.
And they had to basically acquiesce to our demands because they needed our money circulating.
But we're not in the position where we can just stop the black dollar like that.
Okay.
We're running around like chickens with our heads cut off.
Yeah, we're not organized right now.
So
that's the problem.
And that's what's supposed to be.
Every
like
time
that.
we have somebody that can
Just so we
galvanize
could-
I would stand behind
every
that.
time a leader stands up that can galvanize us as a people, they're going to try to take him out.
But I would stand.
You know that, right?
I would stand. Yes.
Y'all do
But
understand that.
but leaders are prepared to die.
Yes, they are.
Malcolm,
but
Martin,
you have to be
Huey.
grooming somebody to take your place. See, I don't feel like Martin had anybody groomed to step in and continue his work
where we
on the same level.
Where we feel at,
and I understand that
But
he was so beloved.
Obama was that dream.
Where we feel at,
It was so long after. I'm
You-
talking about right after he died.
Okay, I'm gonna let him talk.
Where we feel
Al
at,
Sharpton and Jesse Jackson never had
where
the
we
people
feel at is
like he did.
We depend on one person to be that leader. It can't be one person. We have just like the Costa Nostra had. It was like 8 or 9 different
Take the
niggas
nation
that
of millions to hold us back.
And they all voted. It can't be one dude leading this whole march. It has to be a group of people, and they combine and be like, okay, this is the way we all gonna move.
Like we
Okay.
call them
we
like
have to
the
go
elders.
to the exactly.
Yes.
It has to be that.
Yes.
We depend on one person too much. It can't be one person because people can be corrupted.
They can,
Yes.
or they can be killed, and
You know what I'm
everything
saying?
is
But
thrown in
if you
disarray.
got 9 different people,
Then
if
it-
one
yeah.
fall off, these 8 of the other 8 can
So
we
y'all
gonna
don't-
bring
y'all don't-
another
they,
dude
yeah, they
in.
can vote him out, and we can move, and we can
You
bring
know?
another one in.
Y'all,
Yeah.
so y'all don't think Pac prophesied when he was saying that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But see, I believe
But
Pac was assassinated. I think Biggie was collateral damage.
Oh, he was.
Just-
No,
just-
yeah,
just
yeah,
to
yeah.
make
no,
us
no,
kill
no,
each
no,
other.
no, no, no. Yes, yes. But what I guess where I was headed with that, y'all don't think Pac prophesied when he was basically saying the next motherfucker after me, he not gonna have no compassion, right? Like
Yeah.
when he was talking about y'all don't want to see the next motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then 50 came,
Yeah.
and 50, because they were like, he gonna be the next Pac, and he didn't give a fuck
About
about
nothing.
fuck, right?
But
Yeah.
he divided us. He divided East New York rap. Divided it. Niggas wasn't fucking with each other. He brought so much beef in, and he was like the gift and the curse because he blew up, but he separated everybody.
He came up in the beef too, though.
Yeah,
You know,
and he
being
had that chip
affiliated-
on his shoulder because he
being
said niggas
affiliated
didn't
with some of
fuck
the
with
niggas
him.
he was affiliated with, knowing that somebody wants him dead and they didn't succeed, which means they still want him dead today.
Yeah.
See,
You know what I'm saying?
So
that
pe-
changes you.
so-
Nigga shoot me 9 times, I'm not gonna fucking be right. I know this.
No doubt.
A nigga shoot me 5 times when I'm pulling up to the studio, and I don't give a fuck if it was Haitian Jack and the rest of them niggas. What was the other nigga's name? Jimmy Henchman, them old pussy ass niggas, bro. Like if it came down to that, D, and you knew that was the niggas who, and I'm your nigga, you under my wing, I'm teaching you what to do. Rap for the bitches, do this, do that. Like I'm giving you the game. I would feel a way too if you didn't respond and take care of business. I don't care how big they are.
Biggie told him.
Not to fuck. That's great.
Biggie
That's great.
told him about them dudes, man.
But nigga, he was just coming. It was
he
just.
say, "Hey, man, them niggas
he
are
was
serious, bro.
He was just coming up.
You
in the
accepting gifts from these niggas?
He was
and
just
shit?
coming. He was just coming up in that elevator, though, bro.
Yeah, I understand.
That's what I'm saying. That's like you say, man, P, man, I'm coming to your crib and walking to the crib right now. You get banged up, you man look
And
like the
see, the
niggas.
movie-
You look like the niggas that be at your crib, and I'm like, man, what niggas, bro? I don't know what you talking about. How you gonna feel? You shell shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna be like,
that
nigga,
was it.
the short nigga
Yeah.
with the fucking shirt that,
Yeah.
and you could point him out, and I'm gonna sit up there and be like, man, because I don't want to get
Yeah.
involved.
Well, I was
right?
gonna say Biggie didn't really want to be involved.
Well,
in that.
niggas in the 90s didn't want to be involved. That's why we did the snitching code. The whole G code
you-
got twisted. The whole G code got twisted of snitching and doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know the
it's
difference.
a fine line. It is a fine line.
Let's get into that.
It's
because,
a fine line.
Because I want people to know the difference, right? The difference is me and D went to go rob a bank. I got caught. You got away.
Take that charge. Fuck it.
Right? Because
Hope my niggas real and save me, put something up for me.
Nigga, please
When I
tell
come
me.
home,
You gonna come home to a
make sure my wife got my half of the money.
You know?
Make sure my mom got half of the money if I wasn't married. And if I had
Take
kids,
that
make sure my
10%.
kids got some of that money, right?
You know that's what I was saying.
Right?
If it's me and you.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking you down with me. If I take you down with me,
Then nobody
I'm
gets
snitching.
anything.
If I'm riding in the fucking car with you, you got a fucking pound of crack and you threw it in my back seat, and they asking who crack is that, you need to be a man and be like, you know what? My man got a lot of shit going on. This is my shit. He was giving me a ride. We got pulled up on some fuck shit.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
But it's mine, yeah.
Take your charge and take your lick like a man, because I'm not a snitch if I be like, you know what, that's not my shit. I ain't got a fingerprint on it. That was his shit.
That ain't snitching. You just saying it's not yours. It's up to them to figure that out after that.
The lines are blurred.
Yeah.
That's my point.
That nigga snitched on me.
What the fuck?
know,
So
nigga.
you want me to go? You want to both do 25 and we both lose out on life?
Yeah.
That's not snitching.
That's called
That's
crabs
not-
in the bucket.
Yes.
That's what they're called.
Yes, and that's way different. I think that's where those lines get blurred. But you coming to fuck with me, and I know the niggas that fucked you up. Like, hey, he won't tell us who fucked him up.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, oh, just tell me, bro. I ain't gonna do nothing to him, man. Just point him out to me when you see him, man. I'm gonna just wave him off. Like, oh, okay, that's the niggas. That's who you let fuck you over. Knowing he know the mentality of the way we roll, I'm like, yeah, okay. And then me and D might be at the liquor store, be like, oh, there they go, right?
There they go right there.
And it turned into a situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I understand him protecting us and keeping us away from that, because he accepted to just take the L.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes our pride gets in the way of us not letting other people take the L. That's why I didn't understand about, I think it was more Puff than Big, because I think Big would have.
Puff stopped him a couple times.
Puff was like the overseer.
You know what I mean?
Like, no, you're not gonna do because this isn't what you're gonna do.
Too much money
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Take that.
The money, yes.
I know for a fact Biggie tried to go see him in the hospital a couple of times.
Well,
Pac turned him away one time, and then another time when he tried to call Pac's room, Puffy was like, man, leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, going into this no snitching shit and this G code, and you know, to me the code is way different, right? So let's say and I've been here before. I've been to homicide twice. Fingers dirty. Could have went either way.
Yeah.
But I chose to take the high road because it's like, initially when I went there, I was like, damn, my nigga done snitched on me, they brought me in this shit. Like, I'm thinking the worst, right?
Yeah.
But then I'm playing my hand to see what they have, right?
Yeah.
Don't say shit. Don't give
Right?
them nothing.
Right?
Yeah. Well, they only know what you tell them.
Because I could, they offered me immunity the last time I went. Like, hey, just tell me this and da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. We know you're fighting this. And I was, in my mind, I was like, you know what? If I got to be a felon, I'll be a felon.
Yeah.
Because I could never look at you in your eye
Knowing that I sent you up the river.
and fucked up
Or
your
knowing
life.
that I helped. Or knowing that I helped. I had a hand. I played a hand in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I could never sit there and
I
be
know
like,
exactly what you mean.
it was D did it in court, because I got to do this now.
Yeah. You gonna have to be. You got to be in the courtroom pointing out.
I can't do it. And it's a sense of pride, and it's also a sense of knowing that this was a joint venture.
Yes.
Nobody put a gun to my head.
Yes.
Nobody forced me to do these things.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Retaliation is a must. Man, we're blessed, and I'm gonna knock on wood, because like we've been through a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm blessed enough, man, to where those situations never really occurred with us because of the way we moved.
Yeah. It always seemed like we got the fuck out the way right at the right time.
Facts.
It's like we left somewhere and
Facts.
5 minutes later they came and sprayed that bitch up.
Yes.
And we were gone. We was at the
Yes.
house
We
sleep
were gone.
already.
Yeah. Like,
You know
they did
what? I'm
what?
saying?
Oh, okay.
Like, damn,
who?
for real?
Yes.
Oh yeah, man. Shit, I was gone already.
Yeah.
I ain't heard nothing.
And to be blessed in the position made me realize that my life was important.
Yeah.
So when he asked me, he said, Daryl, my African, Daryl, what made you change? I had to tell him about Katrina and meeting people.
Yeah.
Going through this struggle,
Yeah.
the shootouts, the fist fights, the shootouts, more shootouts.
Yeah.
Like I had to give him the whole story because it's not just one event.
Yeah.
Charlie
It
dying.
accumulation.
Charlie dying. Low doing that bullshit. Well, Low. Let's start it off. Let's timeline it. January. Low bullshit.
Charlie died. The chick.
No. White boy Charlie.
White
You don't
boy.
remember White Boy Charlie?
No, you
He was
did.
He was being on me's partner.
No, you've met Charlie before, but Charlie his mother was dying like stage 4 cancer.
He kind of looked like Charlie Sheen, but
Like,
he wore glasses. And shit.
Stage 4 cancer. She's dying.
Yeah, she
but
was very sick.
his and none of his brothers and sisters wanted to help.
He was a primary caregiver.
And they had brothers, but they wanted part of the estate, but they didn't want to help take care of her.
Mm-hmm.
So his resolution to that was to just pop pills
He was popping Oxycontins
and to
when they first hit the scene like that.
yeah. And then so then he ended up dying, and then Little Boo killed himself.
Man, I'll never forget that shit. Fucked me up so bad.
Then Rolo
I'm
went
like,
to-
damn, he was just hanging
know,
with
but then-
us.
but
I had seen him on the bus.
And then
Yeah.
okay, and I talk another story for another day, man. I want to go down the timeline because I get lost in that.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that because that goes back to my mental health and bitches throwing niggas.
Because when we were there with
Bitches-
him, you would not have known.
Yeah, he said
That he was going through
seemed
that.
like he was in a good spirit.
Yeah, man.
Last time I saw Boo, I dropped off a QP to him. I dropped it off to him. He was like, P, what I owe you, man? I was like, man, just throw me 75 on it. Cost. Less than cost.
Yeah.
And I was just going to eat it. And
Yeah.
Allison looking at me like, what are you doing?
Trying to put
Working
him
at
up.
Waterbury. He like, man, P, man, I'm paying child support for
Then it
one
was
kid.
getting
They put me on-
$30. His check was coming out to $30.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Working all week. man.
Yeah. That was on the front that I gave him. And I was like, bro, here, he go to extra bread. You want to buy the rest? All right, my nigga, just keep it. He like, Pete, man, it's love, right? Because it wasn't about that with me, but I was like, boo, you need to do something different. You need to change it up. You need to adapt to,
The times. Yeah.
yes.
Because
So,
the game, if you go away for 2 years and come back, the game.
spend
is
$1,000 in child support, my nigga. Then I pay another $1,000 a month in taxes. So $20,000 of the fucking $40,000 I was making at one time, I didn't see.
Yeah.
Never let it, because it's out of my control, and I learned that.
Yeah.
These are things that I try to teach or either pass on that we need to learn
Yeah. You have to accept what's out of your control and move on.
and just keep moving.
Find
Because
another
I'm like,
lane.
okay, well, it's only gonna last for 5 years.
Yeah.
Daryl's 13, 5. Okay, he'll be 18. I'll be off. Like,
Yeah.
and I have a little bit more free, and then I get a raise, and then I move up, and then I move up, and I grind, and I keep moving up, and understand that the more money I make, yes, more problems, but also less stress.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
these are things that I wanted to teach. So it hurt me when Lil Gil was working at Chacho's and I pulled up with AC and he told me about that. He's, man, you know, Boo killed himself last week. I said, what?
Yeah. I'm
Like shocked because I'm
When
hurt.
we had just seen him a couple of weeks before that.
And I'm trying to.
I was there. We was
Yes.
there.
And I'm trying to motivate, right? Saeed calls me. This is all. He's like, what, this happened over a couple years? I said, man, this was 7 months. Saeed calls me. Like, man, from the Fed. You got to collect off from the Fed. You know the paper. Pick it up. Boom. Man, they gave me 35. I said, nigga, I ain't even know you was.
I
What?
didn't even know you was locked up.
He like, man, P, like, leave that shit alone. Do this, do that. And I'm like, damn. I'm watching the reality. Alami gets shot.
Yeah.
Lil D got shot 5 times in the
Yeah.
back. Alami got shot 5 times in the back. This is
Yeah.
the same fucking
The same
year, bro.
I remember.
And I'm like, what the
This was
fuck?
during that Katrina shit, man.
E-Man gets Alami car, goes to jail for banging at the. So now E's in jail. To go to see E in jail to get his belongings. They already shipped him the fuck out. Missed his belongings. Got rid of him. Come back home. That's when that nigga followed me in the alley, and I had to do what I had to do in the alley that time.
Yeah.
That's what caused that birthday uproar, 2006.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I had to paint the timeline for him because I was like, man, I was going through so much shit to where I had to understand the value of my life.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the things that I was good at.
Yeah.
And I had to pay attention to the things that I was good at because I can oversee them and I can continue on this path, but
You can use those things to pull yourself up out of the trenches.
facts. And I'm watching niggas go to jail. I'm watching niggas die. I'm watching niggas kill themselves. And it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt. Like it hurt. I cried many nights for many people.
Yeah.
Like
Because it's overwhelming.
I did.
And it's like, when is it gonna stop?
So
when it hit you back to back to back to back to back, and it's like, God, 2006 was hard.
So yes.
2006 was a down year. I was down bad 06.
And well, 05 going into 06 because your grandparents passed away.
My grandma died in 04. Grandpa died in 05. Almost
Yes.
a year exactly. But
Yes.
and then
we were going through those transitions.
And then I was going through that shit in
Yeah.
06 where I was just like, I didn't feel like I had
Right.
nobody. You know,
Right.
two outside of my mama, it was just my grandparents and my
The
mom.
most influential
So the most
people
influential people in my life,
Mm-hmm.
the only male figure ever in my life,
Facts.
he was gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's out, man.
The-
I went through my little stage. I
and-
went through my little. I was depressed for about 3 years.
Facts.
Bro. That's how I wound up being in that relationship that I was in, and I don't even know what the fuck I was doing. When I look back on it, I just be like, what the fuck were you? What the fuck were you doing?
Because you get the in retrospective, you can look back at that.
I have no idea what I was thinking. Like I have,
You know what you
like
was-
for real. Like
Go-
I
go
try
ahead.
to go.
I know
try
what
to-
you was doing.
I try to go back and think that way, the way that I was thinking back
You want
then.
me to tell you what you was doing? You was growing, and you ain't even know it. You was growing. You was just growing.
Process of elimination.
Yeah. How you get 6'6", nigga? It wasn't overnight.
Yeah, you're right.
Some of it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of it was.
The last 6 inches was.
Yeah, but it wasn't
the
overnight.
first 6 feet was not overnight.
But it wasn't.
You're right.
But it wasn't overnight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying.
To get to where we are, sometimes it takes a little bit of growth. So we don't really understand that growth when we're going through it at the time.
No, you don't even see it. You have
That's
no
the
idea what
fucking
you're
wicked
doing.
part. And then when you sit back and you analyze and you look back. So this is why I tell people, man, I ain't dealing with no aggressive ass bitch that want to fight and punch and kick. I
Yeah.
had that already.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with nobody that want to lie to me all the time.
Yeah.
I had that already.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing. So like my worth, I understand my own self-worth through my own growth.
Mm-hmm.
But niggas like, man, P. Lee, Tiffalone, don't fuck with her no more. I'm like, man, nah, man, I'm a kid, and you know I'm doing it. That's why when I see it now with the family, it hurts me because I'm like, dog, y'all told me, okay, all right, I can't tell you nothing because y'all told me,
yeah.
and I still went back, right?
Yeah.
Because
you
I
have to go through it.
I had to fall on my own face.
Yes, you just have to.
And-
And we all, as men, we have to do that. Even if you know
It
what they
hurts.
telling you is right. Because
It
I've
hurts.
heard things and I knew it was right, but I was like, fuck that, it don't apply to me. I'm different. I can make it work.
So one of the biggest things that made me change my life around was being homeless, not having anywhere to go.
Yes.
Not having any income because I had already retired from the game in 06 at the
And
beginning.
it was a transition, trying to
Yeah.
figure out what the next play
and
gonna be.
then I saw Tay, and I was talking to him, and he came over one night with Jesse Battle.
Yeah.
When I was still at Lil Cucaracha.
Yeah.
And our conversation and my premonition of seeing him free, and
It was just, we
It-
had
it
an
was-
epiphany.
yeah, it was crazy because I was like, man, I dreamed this.
Yeah.
And now it's happening. And then I also saw myself successful in the future, and I was trying to figure out how do I make that happen.
Yeah.
And through all that, like I said, through all that, man, like, you know, when I stopped smoking trees, niggas stopped hanging around. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Because that was our thing, right?
Yeah.
But one thing about, like, whether I see you twice a year, 20 times a year, it really, my love for you guys
It has not
never really
dissipated.
changed.
No.
You know, because I understand it's just like when I was in close to you, it's like, man, I want to blow one and just go peace. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's the central zone,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And we just,
Yeah.
but
But you know,
I
when I
never-
come
what-
through, I'm gonna have my bag with me anyway.
no, it's fine.
But you might not be smoking with me, but shit.
But even when I stopped smoking, I still appreciated the company though. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what it's really about.
Yeah.
Smoking was just something that we did to pass the time while we were together.
We all had in common.
Yeah, that's it.
And something I talked to you about was we balance our own mental health on our. We don't have therapies.
No, we talk to each
therapists, right? Because I couldn't tell a fucking random black, white, Mexican, anybody my shit.
Yeah.
But I know I can tell you.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to go, man, this shit right here really fuck with me,
You
bro.
know
like,
why? Because you've seen a lot of what I've gone through. I've seen a lot of what you were going through.
Mm-hmm.
So when you breaking it down to me, I'm like, yeah, man, I remember that, man. So what was you really thinking? What was you thinking when you was going through that at that time?
And sometimes the best advice is no advice.
It's no advice. You right.
It's just to listen.
It's just to listen.
Be like, man, bro.
You just need to get that off your chest.
You like hug the nigga like, bro, you know what, man? Yeah, man, it's all right, bro.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah.
and move forward, right? So, man, so in conclusion to that, man, like the whole snitching shit, I'm a full circle that shit, man. Black businesses, all of that is about togetherness, right?
Yeah. See, my problem with it,
Except
when
your
you say
faults too.
Exactly, and we've been taught, no snitching, mind your own business. I live by these rules still to this day.
I still,
But what my problem is,
to a degree,
what my problem is, when you see shit happen to kids or old people, like some motherfucker, like last year when I was locked up, I was in the joint. We watching the news. Ain't nothing to do but watch the news in the joint. So we watching the news and shit. Some motherfucker then ran into some old lady house in she 95 years old, man. Been in South Park all her life.
okay.
Some niggas then ran in there and raped her. And then stole her and then stole stuff out of her house. 95 years old. It was fucked up. Quanell X was there leading a rally and shit. Now see, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Get a seat, pull up.
I'm a disciple of the no snitch policy. I ain't never told on a nigga day in my life, and I know things.
Okay.
But if I'd have seen them niggas coming up out of that house, if I couldn't stop them
that
myself,
nigga right
I'm calling.
Right.
I'm calling 911. I'm talking to. I'm telling on them
myself.
because you done did this shit to somebody that's innocent, to somebody that can't fucking protect themselves. If I see you doing something to a kid, I'm telling on your bitch ass.
So
if I see you doing something to an old person,
so
if I can't get to you myself, I'm gonna get somebody that can.
So we talked,
but it's levels to it. You know what I'm saying?
So we
There's
talked.
levels to this
So
shit.
we talked about this on Wednesday, right? We talked about in particular the Halloween.
My brother will tell you, man. I never told on them. Niggas told on me all the time. I never told on them. I didn't. Them niggas got a whole bunch of whoopings. They ain't getting no whoopings on my behalf.
So
them niggas tell on me in a heartbeat though.
Oh, so what I had an interesting conversation with that was, you remember the little young people, the kids coming trying to buy drugs from us when we was fucking slanging, right? Like the 9 to 8-year-olds coming to buy.
Nigga threw himself down the stairs. That's my baby brother.
I know.
So the 9 to 8-year-olds, the little babies that you should try to come buy drugs from us, and we would tell them no.
You talking about when the youngsters try to walk up?
So this is the etiquette, or what you're saying. We had values.
Yeah.
Had to draw the line somewhere.
You gotta draw the line somewhere.
I'm like, if you don't get your, I'm gonna tell your mama, nigga, like,
I'm not selling dope to no youngsters.
Yes, but if you got
it's a gateway.
But if you got the 15-year-old or 17-year-old to come buy the weed
you gotta
for
be
you,
at least 15, 16 to fuck with me.
And you could.
think that's young? That's young too.
Well,
that's
that's how we
started.
were.
Know better.
That's how you should know. But you should
when we started.
You should know because
Don't sell him shit.
you should know because that's the way that we came up, right? We were 15 years old doing the shit.
Yeah.
So it's like you couldn't get the little babies to come buy from us because we did keep a line of etiquette. So what he's saying is if you see somebody fucking robbing the old lady, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna step in between. You're not.
Especially if
that's the etiquette though.
But if this is our cut,
and they start
you know,
videotaping it instead of stepping in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I remember
They
when we lived on the West.
Going on
There was an old white lady. She was passed out in front of her apartment with her door wide open, son.
Pull up, man.
And I mean,
get next to the mic.
And I was scared as fuck to approach her because I thought people would assume that I was trying to rob her. But I was more concerned about this
her well-being.
But you know, if you was a white kid, you wouldn't have had to worry about that.
So I'm like walking towards her, like, You know what I'm saying? Like
you
have a
alright?
second
Yeah.
thought. But I'm more concerned about her. Fuck the apartment.
Right.
But I'm like still cautious because I don't want people to think I'm trying to rob
That
her.
you the one that you the reason she laid out. Right?
So this is a misconception when it comes to the black community because they feel like we don't care about those things. Like they feel like we'll fucking rape and rob the rich and poor, right?
Yeah.
Like we have no fucking morals.
Yeah.
Like we had morals, bro.
Yeah.
Like there was a line to be drawn in the sand for every situation.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't
That's
take
so
a,
true.
I wouldn't
I
take
have
a,
a story about that.
I wouldn't take somebody with me that was fucking 12 years old and I'm 20 years old on a mission. Because I'm
Yeah,
like, boy,
yeah.
if you don't get your little young ass out here, nigga, you don't put some work in.
Go in. What the fuck you doing out here?
Get the
nigga?
fuck away from me,
Yeah.
right? And if I seen somebody, even during the worst of my days, I had a motto. No kids, no women.
Yeah.
Right?
That-
Scarface, right?
That's how we got down.
But we stuck to that model. That means I don't sell drugs I don't rob kids. I don't rob women. If you're pregnant, I would be worse than your fucking baby daddy if he let you smoke. And I've been around that where he let you smoke cigarettes, but you ask me for a cigarette, and I'm like, you don't get the
You don't
fuck
get your
away from
ugly
me.
ass on.
Like I'm protective of that baby that's in your womb.
Word,
Fuck you. Fuck your feelings. I don't give a fuck how you moving.
Worried about
Oh, well, he
the
let me smoke. I don't give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about him. I had to tell a
Yeah.
bitch. Like I don't give a fuck about what he letting you do.
Yeah. Me-
This is
him-
what you ain't getting it from
him
me.
ain't me.
Yeah.
You're not getting it from me. So I think it's a misconception that we
We
don't.
just don't care.
That's the biggest
we
lie
care.
ever told. We do care.
It's just depending on the situation.
True.
Depending on the situation.
True.
Not
True.
saying that if we don't know you, then we wouldn't care about what you going through. We would, but like you just said, if you pregnant and you want a cigarette,
Right.
and they let you smoke, that's cool. Let them do that.
Ride with that
But
crew.
over here,
Don't
nah,
don't come fuck with
over
us.
here with
Yeah.
that. Exactly.
We're not
Yeah.
fucking with
And
you,
you
man.
understand that a lot of us come from a situation that's so extreme that the most important thing is you. The most important thing is figuring out how you gonna get out of that situation. If that
Okay.
means you got to step
Okay.
on some people to get there, you gonna do it. And the biggest thing I could think of, okay, what we was watching that.
Get there?
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying.
They said they got to step on people to get there.
No, I'm not saying
You
you.
can bypass
I'm not.
people
I'm
to
not.
get
I'm
there.
not saying
You
that
can
you.
bypass
I'm not
them.
saying that you don't have to. But this is the mentality that most of us
stepping stone.
Yeah.
take on.
Okay, I
We
got
don't.
you.
Yeah, he's talking mentality.
Yeah, we don't care about what you know. That was the mentality. We didn't care about what you were going through. Nobody care about what I'm going through.
No.
You understand what I'm
No.
saying? So that's the chip on the shoulder right there. It's me against the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really like that. If you just look, you'll realize that it's probably 15 people right around you going through a very similar situation.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If you just take the time.
And some
to
actually
pay
trying
attention.
to give you the knowledge to move forward, but you're so blinded into your own self-absorbance
Yeah.
that you don't even pay attention to
Yeah.
it. And I talk about that all the time to where it's like oh man, it's just me out here. Nobody helped me. There's
Yeah.
like, well,
but
no.
like you say, that
Remember,
comes with
they
growth.
thought they did.
Yeah, exactly.
when you
But
start
so-
to like, man, remember that time and then
They don't give a fuck about that.
no, but it's important because it's like when they put. We
But
talked
some
about
niggas
this
want you
earlier.
to- some
when
niggas
you
want
put
you
your
to cook the steak
when
for
your
them.
life
They want you
and
to
chew
break
it
the
up.
steak, kill the hog,
They want you
bring
to
the
do it.
pork,
And they
fry
want-
the pork,
and they want you to chew
put
it
the
up for 'em a
seasoning
little
on
bit.
it, and
But
serve that
sometimes-
bitch to you.
sometimes-
and then they still be like, oh, you ain't
See,
do shit for
you
me.
talking, you in a different bag. And
Where the Worcestershire sauce?
That's a lot of people.
No,
like
I know.
Where's
I
the
know.
Worcestershire sauce?
Right.
that.
You ain't got no
what they say,
A1.
You ain't did nothing. Oh, you ain't bring
Yeah,
that one
yeah.
thing.
Oh, you cook
you
ribs,
ain't did
nigga? You
nothing
ain't
for
putting no
me.
sauce
You
on
ain't-
them?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
ain't did nothing for me.
I got you.
But some
I got
people
you.
are- some
I got
people
you.
are
I see
just
what you- I
not-
see what bag you in. Okay.
Some people are ungrateful like that. Some
Very
people are.
ungrateful.
Some people are. I don't even want to say ungrateful. They're entitled.
Okay.
Exactly.
People are spoiled and entitled, and it's funny because black people are some of the most entitled folks. And we don't come from shit. How the fuck you spoiled and you ain't never had nothing?
You can bring me the whole hog. I brought you the main.
I ain't never
Now,
understood
it's
that
upon
shit.
you if you gonna do something.
You go
with
prepare
it.
right,
Now,
right?
if you gonna do something with this, it's just like when they had God. He, you teach a man to fish, he's never hungry. You can bring somebody something. It's upon them if they're gonna do something with it.
Yeah,
And
that's
a lot
right.
of our people, they don't really have the ability to do anything with it. And so they blame everybody else because nobody
It's
never
easy.
showed me how to do it. Nobody never did
It's
that.
easy.
I always had it brought to me like this. Well, my nigga, you wrong.
Yes.
You have to take responsibility for yourself and your own actions.
That's
I can
facts.
only do something. You can only help somebody so far.
So far.
It's upon you if you want to help yourself.
Facts.
There's a lot of people who have issues and people want to help them,
Yeah.
but they don't want to be helped.
No, they
and then
don't.
it comes to the point to where when they want help, don't nobody want to help them no more.
See, important.
We talked about that earlier.
Important because you have to learn when to draw back of actually helping as well, and allow, like we said,
When
allow
does helping turn into enabling?
yes, and allow them to slam their face into the fucking concrete, and then when they come back and they like, man, you know, you was right. Don't even say I told you so.
Can't say nothing.
Just be like, man, you know what? It's all right, man. We learn and
what it is.
like keep
Yeah.
the positive energy
Yeah.
up because
Yeah.
we like to pat our own selves on the back,
Yeah.
right? But I can never be the greatest.
The Planet Pert podcast will return after these commercial breaks.